Welcome back to Tambay TV. I am your host, Pael Fajardo. With me are the boys. We got Willie Wilson in the house.
What up? What up?
Sonny Sison, fresh off the set of Half Worlds a month ago. Was that a month ago?
Yeah, basically a month ago. I'm going on almost a month ago. Yeah.
A month ago, and then you got victimized by the vid, bro. You got victimized by the vid. Can you talk about the real quick and when you guys will be resuming shooting on Half Worlds before? We will be reviewing Mortal Kombat.
We'll resume.
In case you don't know.
Well, we'll resume Half Worlds at the end of this, toward the end of May.
End of May.
And then most of it's already done. So yeah, we just got a couple more days to shoot. Few more days to shoot.
Nice. Sonny Sison, of course, our resident action man. Done some films for Hollywood. Now he's doing Half Worlds. So those of you who have just joined us, and we will be reviewing Mortal Kombat. Spoiler alert: I liked it. Sonny didn't like it. What we don't know is what Willie thinks first. Let's go. Willie's like the balancer. What?
Oh!
No.
Okay. All right.
No.
I'll give it this. All right. Okay. All right. Check it out. Now, again, this right here was for 2 fight scenes. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Obviously, we got Sub-Zero, the second Sub-Zero. I mean, the first Sub-Zero fight scene. Against Hanzo.
Intro.
Hanzo was awesome. Hanzo always goes to work. I'll forget the actor's name, but he's from the last
Samurai.
Hiroshi.
The samurai movie.
Yeah. Last Samurai.
Hiroyuki Sanada.
There you
Yeah.
go.
He always puts in work. I love him.
The commercial.
He was
Hiroyuki
in-
Sanada shot a fucking movie here in the Philippines. Did you guys know this?
I have
Yup.
no idea.
He was a pretty boy.
It's a pretty boy. It was a love story too. Wait, go.
So that, and then the one Sonya Blade fight.
Against
I think
Kano?
the fight with her and Kano.
Okay.
So
Okay.
That,
Which one?
That right there.
The room,
When
the house
they were in
fight?
The house fight.
The house
Those
fight.
two fight scenes. The second Sub-Zero fight, when Hanzo comes back and he's fighting against Duke. That's the name, right? Duke?
Cole Young.
Cole, yeah, Cole.
See,
I think
he's so forgettable.
I think he was on Iron Fist, right? Wasn't he on Iron Fist?
Yeah, he did a couple stuff for Iron Fist. Yeah.
So
But I know him. I know him. I know Lewis.
Yeah, so why you hating on your boy?
Yeah.
Why you hating on your boy?
Look. In terms of these kind of movies, I'm happy that they're made because it gives stunt people work, and then it creates more opportunity for other genres and other projects to, kind of ride on its coattails and okay, let's make more action movies. So make more martial arts movies. There was a comment that somebody made. I forget who said it, but they said essentially superhero movies have killed martial art movies because it's kind of taking it to a different level, right? In terms of what you see where fighting is concerned. So the martial arts stuff isn't as impressive per se anymore. And that's kind of where I'm going. It just addressing the fights in this movie. I happened to watch because Pael said, "Hey, do you remember the Mortal Kombat Annihilation series?" Right?
No,
Annihilation.
Conquest.
Right?
That was a
Okay,
series.
so they tried to make that deeper, whatever. But I watched the 2 original Mortal Kombat movies.
Me too. We can get into that.
Right, just to like do a comparison.
Me too.
And
commercial. Because we had a long chat before we started this, and so we wanted to get into this, like remembering how the others look like. Anyway, so go, Sonny.
right.
Sorry.
Right. So for me, I get it, man. Look, end of the day, it's a video game, right? Made into a movie. So you're going to have a hard time trying to translate something over into live action if it's trying to get into any kind of depth.
But the
right?
acting was horrible.
Was it?
Yeah,
Was
see,
it?
see, Payal, man.
Okay,
Willie's with me,
I was looking at
You know what?
specifically.
dude. All right,
Specifically,
so
what
check
was
it.
that?
I'm gonna go a little bit off topic.
Go.
Yeah.
For the past 2 or 3 days, I've been watching. I mean, not 2 or 3 days, but for the past 4 or 5 days, I've been watching Kingdom. All right, Kingdom for
Netflix.
For those that don't know, is on Netflix. If you want to watch it, start watching it now because it goes off. They take it off of the streaming service by the 1st of May. Now,
Oh wow.
that's all about MMA. All right, so it goes behind the scenes and all of that. And Frank Grillo, love him, great actor. He'd be an amazing Deathstroke, by the way. Anyway.
Yeah, you would.
Anyway.
Too bad these
So
Israeli
that
crossbones.
right there,
Oh yeah.
that right there has Joe Jonas as one of the main characters. Not a very strong actor. Not a very strong actor. But they don't give him a lot of lines. So they kind of save him in a way. And then, I can't watch the same thing for too long. Again, sorry for going off topic.
Go.
So I supplemented with watching Twilight. All right, don't laugh. I'm doing it for my wife.
Okay.
Watch some that we can watch together. So we watched all 5. We watched all 5 in the span of 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
Now, I seen it when it came out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then watching it again reminded me of how bad the acting was. The acting was not that strong.
Right.
And then I supplemented while watching that, and I watched Mortal Kombat. And then Mortal Kombat, the acting reminded me of Twilight. But worse. But even worse.
Really?
Agreed.
Okay.
Totally agreed.
There was only one good actor on there.
Who was the good actor?
It was Kano.
Kano stole.
Kano. Yep. Exactly. Exactly.
He
stole the show.
natural. He appeared natural.
His comedy was fucking.
It was funny.
I was watching. Go.
He could have been one of the guys on Avengers. Kind of the way Rocket Raccoon is, or even on
comic relief.
Yeah, comic relief, like a whole bunch of those guys in the space one. What's that called?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah.
He would have fit in great on Guardians of the Galaxy.
See, now
Perfect for that.
you are getting exactly into what I'm talking about. When you are taking a video game and trying to make a story, right? So remember, Mortal Kombat, the original 2 were focused on Liu Kang as your lead, right? Now this movie tried to do a weak link to Hanzo's lineage by having Cole Young as his descendant. So he was, technically speaking, your lead. But if you really watch the movie, Kano steals the show. So it's like,
and
they were trying to make a story. How much of the scenes and how much of the he had the most dialogue from anybody.
Kano says, "Get over here, give me that."
So
Kano, man.
for me,
go.
For me, that was in order to hold my interest where the action's concerned of any action movie. The action has to support your story. It's called Mortal Kombat. There was no tournament. Where's the fucking tournament?
Yes.
All right, wait, yo, check this out. So I pointed this out to Payal one time, right? This one thing. Talk about a disconnect. Okay, so remember, Raiden put a spell on the temple, so Shang Tsung and his crew couldn't come in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then his boys go to training and all this stuff, and they're like, "Oh, Cole Young, you can't handle this." So he goes, "Okay, you can go home," and he opens the portal so he can walk out. Remember that?
Yeah, it was.
Then all of a sudden we cut to Cole Young being back home with his wife and his daughter. I'm like, wait a minute. They took a plane, had to skydive, and walked through a desert to get to the temple. How did he get back home?
Portal, boy. That was the portal. That was the portal.
No, he walked through the portal, right? And that was just covering the temple.
No,
If-
the way
if-
I- the way
No,
I got
listen.
it-
If they wanted to justify him getting home, show the house through that thing that he walked through.
There you go.
But otherwise, I'm like, it's a disconnect. It's a major disconnect.
Yeah, I
And
watched that scene
now-
again last night, and I noticed that they did the effect, as if the portal was closing already. Visually, I mean. They don't really show that.
Right, yeah,
I
he's
can see that.
So,
he
I mean,
walked
we kinda
through.
get it.
He walked through, but you don't know where he walked to. So
The
we're
house.
supposed to fill in the blank and go, oh, the portal led right through the house. But if you remember the traveling,
Mhm.
right? They weren't on a plane. They had the parachute. They walked through the desert. They were lost, and all of a sudden he's back home. I'm like, huh? That don't make no sense to me. Now, if they showed the house through the portal, I said, okay, there was a magic portal that he got home. But for me, trying to connect those dots together, that was weak. It was really weak. It was bad writing.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
minus
I
one.
can see
Minus one. Okay.
I just
I don't-
automatically looked past that. I was just
Me too. Yeah,
from,
yeah, yeah.
from,
yeah.
from the first, like even the MMA scene was, I mean, okay, it was decent,
Decent.
but I mean,
I'm
coming
glad
from-
they didn't do
from-
the armbar finish, because for a moment there you
Yeah,
thought it was
but
gonna be
coming from
really.
coming from watching Kingdom, where the MMA is not very strong. I mean, compared to what you see on, when you see the real stuff. I mean, it's
Or even
just-
Never Back Down. Never Back Down's
glorified-
got decent MMA scenes, right?
Yeah, Never Back Down is decent. But what's the one with the dude that played Bane?
Tom Hardy, Warrior,
Tom Hardy. Oh, yeah, Warrior.
Right there.
Warrior. That was decent.
The
Tom
best-
Hardy
that's the
kinda
best
didn't look
MMA
legit,
movie
though.
that I've ever seen. The
Really?
best MMA
But dude, okay, since we're talking about fight choreography, right?
Yeah, your specialidad.
I'm sure that the choreography was probably decent. For me, what I saw was decent. But the way they chopped it up, the editing was bad, man.
Yeah.
See,
Editing
good,
was
okay.
bad.
That was my
There was
question.
only two fight scenes that I liked. There was only two.
And then getting back to fight choreography, dude. You guys seen the series Warrior?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's where Joe
Yeah.
Taslim is from. Joe Taslim is like the.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where he's from.
I love that.
Joe's there, dude. Those fights are badass.
Watch that.
Did you know he's supposed to be Bruce Lee, right?
Yeah.
All that?
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
This one
Based
is-
on Bruce Lee's writing, and the stunt coordinator / fight choreographer, main fight choreographer, is the same cat who is my boy Brett Chan. He did Marco Polo.
I love that
Marco
series.
Polo.
I love Marco.
I love
That shit
series,
should
man.
not have been canceled, bro. I don't understand how they could cancel
You know
that.
what? I was waiting.
So-
I was waiting for the next season. So
Me
long
too.
as that
Me
fight
too.
got canceled.
I love that fucking
Like,
show. Yeah. I
And
love that
now
show.
he ends up being
Yep.
the stranger's sidekick.
I know. From Cool Blind. But he was awesome as Cool Blind. He was scary
I
when
know
he
he
needed to
was.
be. Right?
What
He
was the dude? The blind dude's name? That
What,
guy
Thousand
was-
Eyes? Thousand Eyes.
100 Eyes, 100
Eyes.
My
100 Eyes, there you
favorite
go.
character on the show.
Dude, that
Badass.
guy's Kung Fu
Favorite
is
character. I
legit.
don't know about y'all. But he was
That
my
guy's
favorite
legit.
character.
Me too. I love him too.
All right, so we're talking about seeing stuff like that. That's dope, right? Okay, so some things take a little bit of liberty. It might add a little wire work, but come on, we're athletes and we're martial artists. We like to see what the human body can do.
Exactly.
Right.
You know?
And
So when you
the
do-
fight scenes are decent. Come on, bro. I watched it
They
again.
were
They were decent.
they're okay. They're okay.
That
Okay.
scene where
And
Jack-
I'll tell you why I say okay.
Okay.
I'll tell you why I say okay.
You were gonna-
Because no, when you see a movie when you see a series like Warrior or Marco
Yes.
Polo,
Yes.
and it blows Mortal Kombat away with all that hype, with all these badass characters, and that's what you come up with,
That's
I'm very disappointed.
Okay, I want to come back to what you were saying earlier when you rewatched the two previous Mortal Kombat films.
Yes, I did.
Were the fights there more decent? If you look at it, right? Those are tough fucking That was good choreography, even up to now. I mean, of course, some of them you could tell they were on
See,
wires.
Luke Kang with his bicycle kick.
Yeah.
But you have to do that. It's the move, bro. It's like
I
it's like
understand
Ryu's
that, but
Hadouken. It has to come out. It has to happen.
And
I
that's
don't know
that's
about
the
y'all. Hey, I don't know about y'all, but you may not agree with me,
Go.
which is fine. But I think Mortal Kombat should just stick with animated movies.
Scorpion's Revenge.
it
is
would be a
awesome.
dope animation series. Absolutely.
Scorpion was, man.
That was good.
I mean,
I was gonna get into
Did you see the fatalities in the movie? It was horrible.
that.
Yup.
The best fatality was Kung Lao.
Kano.
That was
Kano's was decent. Punching through
Kung Lao
that's
was
his
the
move.
best one with that.
Yeah, that's true. Kung Lao was, to me, Kung Lao was the best fight for me.
Yeah.
The
The
dopest.
Manananggal when the Manananggal went.
Right?
Tara.
Right.
Yeah,
That's it.
That for me was the best fatality of the game. But this whole smash in the head.
See,
with
that's
these
part of it.
guys,
The game. He does that in the game. That's why I appreciate it.
They gotta find a better way to put it on.
I agree. It was kind of like, oh, this is their finishing move. Let's just do it for the sake of the finishing move. I mean, be more creative with the choreography.
I just, again, I feel in my humble opinion,
Go.
and again, I am no fight choreographer. I'm just a fan of and I want to see good movie. But keep it on animation. Keep it animated.
But you see, check this out, Will. Your opinion, in my opinion, is actually more valuable than someone who comes from a fight or martial art background. Because then for you watch it strictly
You're
for
saying
the
my opinion's not
visuals. And
valid?
it's like what makes sense, what looks cool, right?
Yeah.
What looks athletic. All these things that just touch upon your senses that go, that was dope. Where I might be more critical of, like, that was a lane kick or they're on a wire or blah, 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 right? So you're looking at it for entertainment value. And in my opinion, just for me, my likes, subjective, I wasn't entertained. I was bored.
Okay.
Because it was, to me, it was extremely predictable.
I agree.
Well,
The best thing about it, though,
No.
if there is any positive, is that, and this may not even be a positive because for like Sonny, he was bored. I was only okay because I had something to share with my son because I was watching.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I probably shouldn't have been because
I was gonna say
it was
well,
pretty gory. It was pretty gory.
You watched Scorpion's
You know,
Revenge. That was so much more worse, right? You guys watched Scorpion's
Well,
Revenge.
yeah, that's what made it.
saw that with,
I guess
saw
it.
that with my sons as well. But the best thing that they did was that they left a lot of room for spin-offs and sequels. That's the best thing that they did.
True. So if there's sequels that come, if there's sequels that can come, they can use this first one as like what we should do, what we shouldn't do.
Yeah. But apparently
Make a better story. Make a better story.
Apparently they've done extremely well.
They've done
as far
extremely
as
well. Opening weekend.
What was it? Stream.
22 mil for the weekend. Yeah.
30,
Yeah.
30. It closed at 30, bro. I checked it.
Okay.
It closed at 30.
Okay.
That's not
Yeah,
bad.
but you know why?
It's not bad.
It's all about timing. First of all, when I saw the trailer was cut so good. I was like, oh, this is gonna be hype. I'm actually excited to watch this, right?
Yeah, you see
And
Jack
then-
get his arms ripped off.
Right.
Yeah.
So we are in this pandemic. People are looking to be distracted, right? They want to be entertained. They're stuck at home. So here's an opportunity for something that you can watch, at home. And
People
There's-
out there watching Jake Paul fight, man, they'll watch Mortal Kombat.
dude, exactly.
If they'll watch Jake Paul fight Ben Askren, who has no boxing skills whatsoever,
Exactly.
no fighting skills,
Exactly.
they'll watch Mortal Kombat.
Yep. So timing is everything. Timing is everything. They hyped it up, right? Mortal Kombat was hyped up. They put the trailers out. They got people talking, which is what it's supposed to do. That trailer brought me back to Chuck Norris's first solo movie. It was in the mid 70s or like 77, 78. It was called Good Guys Wear Black. Good Guys Wear Black.
Let me look that up.
And I was like hyped to see it, right? And I wanted to watch it, and I was like, oh man, all the good stuff they put in the commercial, the trailer. I was like, this is whack. This movie was so whack. And that's exactly how I felt about Mortal Kombat. I was like, oh, the good stuff we already saw. Man.
Yeah, that's for me. And they even put out like the 7-minute trailer. Did you guys see that? I watched that before the show. Because like the week of, they released the first 7 minutes. That whole Hanzo and Bihan intro. They released that online as like a cover.
Right.
Which was like, that's the coolest part. And
that's the best.
Exactly. Well, see, that's what I'm saying.
In the movie,
when you have a cat like Hiroyuki, who's a deep, he's that kind of guy where just his presence, he doesn't have to say much, right? Yeah. Just his presence alone, you're like drawn in by this cat.
Like The Last Samurai.
Yeah, that's
right. Like The Last Samurai, but he's also a dope ass kendo dude. He knows his sword work for real.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
See, that's another complaint. Well, not that I didn't like their fights, but since you got Hiroyuki, what we ended up with Scorpion was more of a fucking sword fight than it was a hand-to-hand fight. That's what I would have wanted on that end. You know what I mean? From Scorpion.
Well, yeah, but then if you think about it, then that's casting. Because Hiroyuki's known for sword work, not necessarily hand-to-hand stuff.
You know who?
Remember, he did Rush Hour 3 with Jackie and did fights with Jackie.
Who?
So he could pick up choreo.
Yeah.
He can do choreo, right? So it's just a matter of how you shoot it. Because at the end of the day, we have seen so much martial arts stuff. It's hard to come up with like what's new. So I'm always like, it's how you shoot it and how you edit it that makes it look dope.
And Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, man, that changed the game for martial arts, in my opinion. Again,
in the U.S.
for the new generation.
Yeah.
Crouching Tiger introduced. I'll tell you what was the trip. So if we grew up on Kung Fu Theater and all those old movies, we knew that there were two schools of martial arts movies that were being made. The Jackie Chan stuff in the 80s, and then the Wire stuff from Chang Cheh's group, which had the 5 Deadly Venoms, Kid with the Golden Arm, and all that stuff, right?
5 Deadly's on Netflix, by the way.
Wire work is nothing new to us. Crouching Tiger, for us, wasn't anything new in terms of that action.
Yep.
But what you have there is you have actors doing their own stuff. Michelle Yeoh and Zhang Ziyi doing their sword fight was dope.
Zhang Ziyi was a goddess, man. That movie,
right?
She blew up after that movie. Same thing with Michelle Yeoh. I mean, Michelle Yeoh had popularity, but I mean,
well, she was a Bond girl by this time, right? She's already done.
She went mainstream.
She already did that, and she did a bunch of Jackie movies too.
A lot of
and then you see her doing her own stuff on the outtakes. I was like, oh my god, I'm in love, man.
I'm in love.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, man. She's over there endorsing like was it Rolex or Hublot or something like that?
Dude, she was a Miss Malaysia or something like that.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Wait, I'll look it up.
I didn't even know that. Same thing with Zhang Ziyi. I mean,
she came out.
Zhang Ziyi was a dancer. Zhang Ziyi was a dancer.
Yeah.
And then Chow Yun-fat, man, does this other one, the Kung Fu Monk movie or something like that, where.
Right, but Chow Yun, when he did The Killer.
He's done a lot of.
Yeah, Killer, right? The one where he's like floating on the air or.
And shooting guns and stuff. So he's these cats are really good actors, right? And they're good physical actors as well. So those guys, they train. They train, man. Like you'd expect them, right? To be able to do that.
Can he really do it?
Yeah.
Chow?
Yeah.
Chow can do that shit. He's not a martial artist per se, but he's used to wire work because of Hong Kong cinema, right?
Yep.
He's done a lot.
Yep.
He's not, so Sonny, he's not like you, like you legit do martial arts.
I don't think he's a real martial artist, though.
No, it's not.
So this touches upon another subject matter. And I get this all the time. There's a group in Facebook called Fight Choreography, the Art of something. Art of like physical dialogue or whatever. So what happens is a lot of cats come in there trying to promote their own stuff or getting advice from people who are experienced in business, and always you come across some martial artist who says, I'm the next best thing since sliced bread if I could only have a chance. I'm like, look, how many years did you invest in your martial arts? Well, you better invest the same amount of years in your damn acting. If you want to be legit, look, man. No, it ain't, man. And at this point,
that's a good line.
Like I said, if it doesn't have a good story, I get bored too easy. And that means that your actors got to be. Listen, you can have a mediocre story, but if your actors can, carry that.
I'm curious. Name one scene where you were like, man, that was bad. That was bad, Cole or Lewis. Because I was looking at his acting. Try to be critical last night. I can only think of one part.
I'll break it down per character. Okay, so let's start with Louis Tan as Cole Young.
One scene that you're like,
I expected more from him.
Redo.
I thought this is what I thought of Lewis.
It was okay. Yeah.
He tried to bring depth to the character, but for me, I thought he was way overacting.
Name me a part. Name me a specific part that I could watch, because I could tell like what.
That's just it. I don't have a specific part for him. I looked at his total performance, and I just was like, I'm bored.
The whole thing.
All right. Sonya Blade, she couldn't act her way out of a wet bag.
I didn't see that either, but okay.
I was like, good Lord, did she even take any acting classes?
But her moves were legit, though.
Good-looking girl, though.
Good-looking girl.
That was about it. All right, so let's talk about Raiden. Raiden looked like he ate too much rice.
Horrible.
What? Again, no complaint there.
And he's been in a bunch of movies, too, so I expected more from him, too.
What was his name? What's his name again? The guy who played him?
Raiden?
Yeah. Raiden.
I forget the actor's name. But look, at the end of the day,
wait, move character to character. Go to fucking Joe. Talk about Joe.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. When you have somebody like Joe, he's an intense guy. Even with the mask covering his face,
right?
There's something about his eyes that can emote.
Yep.
And just his physical presence, he can emote. So for me, that was the material. He could only do so much.
Hiroyuki.
Kano killed it. Hiroyuki is better when he's like Clint Eastwood. Just be quiet.
He did 47.
He's got that.
Ronin. I like that movie. 47
Yeah.
Ronin.
There you go.
Hiroyuki's in that.
Right?
He was good in that movie. He was good there.
He was good in that movie. I watched that recently again too.
Yes.
Just to get hype. And I'm working on a.
Yeah, he played like a Japanese naval commander in
What are we talking about? Hiroyuki?
The dude that played Raiden.
Yeah. I'm looking up his name.
Pearl Harbor. He was in Pearl Harbor.
Okay.
Tadano Asano.
All right. So
he was good there too, even though it was all subtitles.
right. So what you have here is you have a mix of experience with different actors trying to do their best with the material that they've been given, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of the day, the person responsible for everything is your director. And
But
for
this
me,
dude-
I don't think that the director, he didn't have it. You know who could? You know who'd be interesting to see who would do a take on this? Eric Mati. I'd be like, Eric, what would you do with this?
Speaking of, and I think I could say this on air anyway. We're having a meeting tomorrow for Bonifacio.
Good. Have fun.
We'll
Have
see.
fun.
Yeah. We'll do, bro. He fucking killed the rated R. Let's say you give Mati a rated R. Mortal Kombat, just like this one.
Oh, Eric will kill it, man.
Shout out to Direct. Dude, okay.
You know, it's funny where you look at these movies and it's so subjective, like what you like, what you don't like, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you have me and Will going, we didn't like it, and then you yourself, you're like, oh, this was dope.
No,
and I'm like,
I hope I will die on this hill. I will tell you why. Okay, now that we're done with the or do we close the negatives and go to the positives already?
go ahead, say,
Okay,
say your
let's go-
piece.
Let's go to the positive first. Okay, first of all, when I watch something like this or like Winter Soldier, okay, I want to get transported from my fucking existence. You know what I mean? I want to go somewhere else.
Okay.
I want to see another. Will, you know this. We agree on this, right?
Yeah,
We want
yeah,
escapism. Let's call it escapism.
Yeah.
Okay.
One thing that trips me up in all of the fucking current shows, when it gets woke. You get what I mean? Oh, there's a gay guy just because we need a gay guy, or there's like the
You're
girl
not
is
gonna
more.
like Kingdom, then. You're not gonna like Kingdom.
Oh, there's gay stuff in that.
That's just
I can
that's
fast
just
forward. You
woke.
get what I mean? It trips me up, or when it gets woke, it trips me up. This movie, first of all, is zero woke. Maybe 0.5. That Sonya's a bit OP against Kano, but I love how he bullies Sonya and he gets to drop his fucking Spanish jokes.
But I
when
think Sonya's really like that in the game too. So.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I give it a 0.5. I wanted her to get hurt a little more. She was too bulletproof. You know what I mean? A little bit.
Too lippy.
No, that's
Too
fine.
lippy. Yeah, too lippy. For sure.
What's too lippy? Explain that.
Like, too lippy. Talk too much.
Mouthing off.
Lippy.
Mouthing off. You know, like those women that want to hit men, like physically hit men, and expect not to get hit back, like that.
No.
You know what?
I didn't get that. I didn't get
I'll
that.
tell you what. Now that you mention it, Will, the way that I think she tried to come off, in my opinion, her energy, I'm curious to ask if I could ever ask that actress. I said, did you like model her after Black Widow? Like you tried to be a Black Widow, but she doesn't have it because she doesn't have the acting chops.
None. None.
That acting was okay, baby. Anyway, continuing on what I liked first. It got tripped up. So one is not woke. Two, it gives me. We've never seen fatalities done like this. I mean, we have with Legacy, right? With that, remember that YouTube shorts we also talked about, Sonny? Willie also checked that out. There's a series of YouTube shorts back in the day, directed by Kevin Tancharo. That guy's a good fight choreographer, bro. He wrote it, he directed it. This
Well, Larnell Stovall was the fight choreographer for that series.
That was good.
And
That was heavy.
just a little trivia. Kevin Tancharoen was a little kid taking my hip hop classes back in the day.
Your hip hop classes,
man.
and now what's he doing now?
He's a good ass dancer too. He's a really good dancer.
Do you think he'd kill it in an MK movie, right?
To make a movie? Well, you know what? I'm sure Kevin's looking for. You know what? I did talk to Kevin. I messaged him one time. I said I have some projects. I have some projects in mind that you know if I think that you'd be good for it, let's talk to you about it. But he's busy directing. You know, he directed a lot of the episodes of Agents of Shield.
Oh, which season? Because I kind of fell out around season 3. I stopped watching around season 3.
Through all of them. He's been on it since day one.
I couldn't get past season 1.
It was actually, now that I think about it, maybe season 2. Yeah, I remember season 1 was like, this is like
It's
Marvel.
interesting because
Once the chick
you
came out
know
with the spikes and stuff like that, I was like, man.
Dude,
I
yo,
watched it for Chloe Bennett because she's like, got it. I love Chloe Bennett. Sky.
I don't know what prompted me to get back into it. Maybe because I never just watched the series, but you know when you surf YouTube and something pops up, and I was like, "Yo, Ghost Rider was up in this, man." So
Yeah,
and they made him Latino. So I was like, "That's a good twist."
There you go. I loved him. Gabriel Luna. And with a car. I loved it. I love this Ghost Rider.
Latino in the comics?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, wait.
So,
Let's clarify. He is the third Ghost Rider. This
Right.
This is I was gonna say Jaime Reyes. Gabriel Luna playing. I can't remember his name now. He's the third one. Johnny Blaze. You got Johnny Blaze. Nicolas Cage plays Johnny Blaze. We got fuck. I can't remember his other name. There's a second one who's also in a bike, but a different bike. I can't remember his name now. It'll come back to me later. And then we get this one, the Latino.
Right.
And
Wasn't his name Bobby or something like that?
Try to remember. Fuck. It's Gabriel Luna is an
That's
actor.
Johnny-
He is.
Johnny Blaze name, though, man. That's a Method Man right there.
Method Man.
For those of you guys that love the Wu-Tang Clan, like I do.
Johnny Blaze.
You know how they all adopted alter egos, like Ghostface Killer, he's Tony Stark. They just adopted names or some random names.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
RZA's Bobby Digital.
I know RZA. RZA's done a lot of fucking action movies that are dope
Yeah,
too.
that's the man with the iron fist right there.
Iron Man with the Iron Fist.
That's right.
He was also in G.I.
Yep.
Joe a little bit, right?
He also directed an episode of Iron Fist season 1.
RZA?
Really?
Really?
Yep. So did Kevin.
Which ones? Kevin
I
needs
grew
to...
up on the Wu-Tang Clan. I grew up on that.
I think I had an album, but never really... I just remember... They're fucking deep, man. Wu-Tang was like heavy.
Yep.
That was heavy. Anyway, going back to the positives, bro. Are we going to say something, Sonny?
Go. I'm listening.
This is gonna be quick because there's not too many positives.
Yep.
This is gonna be a quick
Okay,
episode.
agree with me. The fatalities were there, bro. They gave we've never seen that in any form, that brutally and well done. Kano's not Kano's. Kano's was death sucked. The Liu Kang fatality was cool.
Okay.
That was cool.
Wait, what was the Liu Kang fatality again?
The dragon and then eating.
Oh, okay. So
That was cool. No, you can't. You can't give it. Come on,
man.
because he does that in the
Dragon.
game. He does that in the game.
Hey. Yeah, okay, but I watched Game of Thrones, so anyway.
Okay, me too. I love Game. I get what you mean. I know you're not gonna like this, but I liked it. Scorpion's fatality was fucking awesome.
Okay, so that's the second one.
The burning Sub-Zero that way was cool. Stealing the soul.
Only half of his
Half
face
of his
turned
face,
into a
yeah.
skeleton, though.
Yeah, they do that in the game too. That's why I can appreciate it because he does that in Mortal Kombat 11. So
Yeah, since the very first Mortal Kombat.
I mean the half face. He does it. Only half his face is transforming because in the game you get his human face, and he does that's one of his moves, and he still has the human, but half is.
But I think there's also in the game where he takes and it's like
he doesn't do that anymore. Yeah, in the first one, that's what he did.
Okay.
And
Okay.
wait, last one. And if you compare this movie, this as it is, to any other video game movie out there, right? It kicks its ass. Everything else, Tomb Raider, Street Fighter, Mario Brothers.
No, man. Tomb Raider.
No, man.
Tomb Raider.
It's not better than Tomb Raider, dude. It's not better than Tomb Raider.
Really?
Video game to live action movie? Tomb Raider's way better, dude.
Which Tomb Raider? Which Tomb Raider's better?
Hey, I gotta go with Tomb Raider.
No, I love
Sorry,
Lara just as the next guy, but come on, bro. Watch it again.
I gotta
I've
go
seen
with
it all.
Angelina Jolie. Okay, check it. So why they keep trying to push Angelina Jolie as an action hero when she's like built like a stick? I think they need to find the right person.
We see her in Salt, man. She was dope.
Dude, no, Salt killed it for me. Dude, Will, come on, man. What? Will, check this out. Check this out. She's probably about $105, man. She's probably about $105, and then she's gonna do a roundhouse kick or hit somebody with a punch that's 6 foot something to knock him out. I don't think so.
I always tell
man,
people
hey, she got that Danny Rand, that Iron Fist in her head. Hey, she took all them dudes out of the elevator.
Hey, look, yeah.
I love.
I don't know, man.
I love Salt. I love Tomb Raider. I mean.
I was an Angelina fan too.
But Angelina Jolie, she's a great actress.
She doesn't do it for me when it comes to action.
In my opinion, she just, man, her and that British accent. Come on now.
Well, no, don't get me wrong. As an actor, I can appreciate that she can act.
Yeah.
Pulling off the action for me is unbelievable. For me.
Even Salt.
You think so?
Even Salt. She was good at Salt.
Not even Salt.
Cause me.
Not even Salt.
I start fucking losing my the verisimilitude. You know that word. That's a word. Verisimilitude is how similar what you see is to life. You know that's the word.
All right. So
when you
let me interject with this. All right. I've never worked with Angelina Jolie. I'm just going off of what I see. I don't believe her strength in terms of being able to hit somebody and make them, because hopefully she trained a little bit. I don't know. She probably has. But in terms of action, Christine Reyes is better than Angelina Jolie.
Really?
Whoa,
Yep.
Big. What about Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Come on.
Who?
Now.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith. The movie. Her movie with Brad Pitt.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Brad Pitt.
That was no. For that was way better than Salt. Way better than Salt.
But it was basically the same stuff.
No. Salt had it more.
Watch it again.
Salt had more impossible moves. Okay, just so you understand, when you throw a punch, that's why.
Like when she assassinated the prime minister or whatever he was.
Yeah, that was.
That okay. They go overboard in Salt, but I don't know. I guess just my love.
Again, what you like and what you don't like.
I'm biased, dude. I'm biased.
You're an Angelina fan. That's cool. But what Sonny means is that's why he mentions weight. Well, to those who don't understand, there's only so much. Your punch can only generate so much forward weight, which is basically based off what you already have. So when she punches a fucking 200-pound dude with a fucking hook or something, a hook is probably just half her weight, right? Let's say she punches more, like stronger than her weight class. That's still like add 40 more pounds. You get what I mean? The power that punch should generate. It's not equivalent to what she can produce. You know what I mean? So when we see, no offense to little girls and your fantasies and shit, but no 110-pound chick can knock me out. You know what I mean?
What about Scarlett Johansson then?
All right, so with Scarlett though, look, if you watch what she does, she never goes toe to toe with somebody, throwing hooks left and right. She uses the advantage of her speed and unexpected moves to beat people.
Yeah.
She'll never stand toe to toe with somebody and slug it out.
Exactly.
Never.
That's what I'm saying.
Look at her fight with Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Right? Look at her fights with Hawkeye. It's all about slick moves.
Yeah. It's all block, twist. It's maybe a little kick. The impossible
with Black Widow, I see a lot of jujitsu. She'll
absolutely.
Somebody's head
Aikido jiu-jitsu.
And try to do takedowns and stuff like that.
Exactly. So that's when it's believable.
Black Widow's best fight is in Iron Man in the hallway.
Yep, Iron Man 2. That was the best fight.
Watch that.
That's the one with Happy, right? That's the one with Happy?
Yes. So check it. Watch that again and see how many punches does she throw.
Okay.
0.
I'll check it out.
Maybe an elbow, but
she doesn't throw that many punches.
That's why. That's why.
Yes.
If you're choreographing, choreo, tongue tap.
Choreography. Choreography.
Choreography, bitch.
My bad. That was a good hit. Anyway, what was I saying?
And
When
Happy
you-
had the most realistic fight scene in the movie.
Yeah. See, that's a real fight. That guy can throw his weight around. John Fabs is probably
Happy
what,
had the
220?
most realistic fight scene there.
So
Oh, speaking of which, just another little trivia on the side. The guy that John Favreau fights in there, in that elevator, in that fight scene,
The hallway.
hallway fight scene, is Tanawai Reed. That's the Rock stunt double.
Oh.
The big dude.
Yep.
Wasn't he
Think
also
so.
in the Fast and Furious movie?
Yeah, well,
Rock.
yeah, Tanawai has been in a bunch of stuff. Do you remember the second generation of American Gladiators, Will?
Yeah.
He played Toa.
Gina Carano. Man, I wish I could show pictures if we were on Zoom.
And them dudes is all on steroids. That's crazy.
No, Tanawai's
All that.
pure natural. He's pure natural, bro. I kid you not.
I
Damn.
remember the first generation, Turbo and Nitro and all them dudes.
Yep. Oh no, the first generation cats were roided out like crazy.
And I remember when,
So was everyone else at the time,
When one of the contestants would win, like they would be Powerball or something, or the Gauntlet. Man, they would for real be trying to hurt guys out there.
It became something else. The cat who played Gemini, remember him?
Yeah,
I'm
the black
looking-
dude.
He used to work. He super nice guy. He used to work out at a gym that I used to personal train at in Canoga Park.
Oh, that's right down the street from where I went to school. I went to school in Northridge.
That's right. I went to Cal State Northridge too.
Now I'm talking about. I went to junior high school in Northridge. No.
Okay. All right. Small world, right?
Yeah, right down the street from the mall. We used to cut class and go to the mall, Northridge Fashion Square.
Just for your fans, man.
Off of town.
So we're missing Ali here. Usually he's participating in our chats. But Ali is from. When I asked him, I said, "Where are you from?" He said, "Oh, I'm from Valencia." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. My brother lives up there." So it turns out that Ali's aunt is like really good friends with my brother's wife.
Oh man, small world. That's 6 degrees
Right?
there.
That's less than 60 degrees right there.
Yeah, but
Right?
talk about the Filipino community. It gets cut in half.
Yeah.
But my brother's wife is white. So,
Really?
what? Yeah, white girl.
Man, I was about to say, wherever Filipinos are in the world, they will find another Filipino.
Dude, I've been all over. I've been to Latin America, Europe, Canada, blah blah blah. I always see a Filipino, and I can tell when a Filipino is Filipino
It's crazy,
too.
right? It's crazy, right? Like you be like in Alaska, and then you just be like wherever, and then you see them. Kababayan.
But yo, there are a ton of Filipinos in Alaska, though. I'll tell you where you don't expect them is like Northern Europe and shit. I was in Budapest, right?
Uh-huh.
Budapest, Hungary. And I was walking around a particular area, and some guy just comes strolling by, and I go, "You're Filipino, aren't you?" And he goes, "Yes, I am. How do you know?" I'm like, "Do you work at a hotel?" He goes, "Yep."
Dracula be up in them parts, Budapest.
Yeah, man. So yeah, there's definitely a Pinoy everywhere, man.
I agree.
Louis stands like, what's his heritage? Is it Chinese?
Lewis is British and Thai.
And Thai.
His father is old school stunt guy, Philip Tan.
Okay, what are we doing?
He doubled Ken. Philip Tan doubled Ken Jeong for the Hangover movies.
Yeah, I was about to say Hangover.
Louis Tan. Anyway, going back to the weight and shit, you know how Sonya fights in this movie? For me, it's believable because she doesn't do the the impossible shots that we were talking about. She works more with her legs, so that way I could give it, bro. You know what I mean? Her fights were decent.
But you see, it's interesting what you say is maybe you're paying more attention to it. The
No, but
moves.
it doesn't
I
hit
was the
it doesn't hit my verisimilitude radar. You get what I mean? There's a tolerance for okay, that sucked. Okay, that was I have like a math in my head. Well, you're supposed to be paying attention to this shit too, right? You noticed that she didn't.
no. I should be. Here's the thing, right? I should be into it. I should be, but I was bored. Her fights, everybody's fights, pretty much. I was like, really? I wasn't.
Yeah. There wasn't anything super in mind.
I only like two fights in there.
The blood, the blood into a blade. I like that. Well, that was in the trailer though, so that kind of broke that part.
Talking about Kung Lao's?
No. Sub-Zero freezing Scorpion's blood and then putting it back down as a blade.
Oh yeah, that was pretty dope. That was pretty
right. Dope. That's one of the standouts.
I like that movie.
But I did rewatch it. The other fights were like, yeah, there's nothing really. Whoa, that looked cool. Parts. You didn't get that much of a what do you call this? Excitement, jolt of excitement.
You know what? They killed off all the best characters are gone already now. So no more Sub-Zero.
No, see that's the thing. Spoiler alert. We talked about this also the last time. Sub-Zero, when Bihan the character dies, he becomes Noob Saibot. So
he comes back as a good guy.
As a worse guy. Noob Saibot. As a black ninja. He's a black ninja in the game.
Okay. So in terms of the whole movie, right? I watched it one time. Would I watch it again? Maybe if it happens to come on TV and it's just there, I might. If I don't have anything to do.
You got nothing else to do.
Exactly.
This hurts. This hurts.
If that's the case, I still wouldn't watch it. I would rather go on YouTube and
right. And for me,
submission videos.
I told this to Fael, man. I said for me, it's a forgettable movie.
Same here. Like the first Street Fighter movie.
Oh, that was worse. See, that's so much worse.
It is, but I'm putting it in
same category.
In that box. I'm putting it in that box of movies that like the first Mario Brothers movie. I'm putting it in that box. And
so here's the biggest.
Do you remember the first Super Mario Brothers movie?
Yeah, that sucked balls.
Yeah, I remember the one with John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins, right?
The Koopas were big dinosaurs with little tiny heads.
Yeah. Dennis Hopper.
I'm putting it in that box.
No. It doesn't deserve in that box. It does not deserve in that box. Take that out of there.
It's a big box, and it's probably going to be a little bit higher in the pile in that box.
Good analogy, man. Good analogy.
I am losing this fight.
Box. It's a bleak box, and it's in there with those movies.
No, I would put it on top of that. On top of that heap. I don't know. Here's a better question.
So you didn't like it either, then?
No, I love it. No, it's better than all of them. That was my statement. It's better. It's the best video game movie ever made. Again, it's better than Lara Croft for me. Better than any of the Tomb Raiders. It's better than Mario Brothers, bro. It's better than Street Fighter for sure.
It's not better than Need for Speed.
Street Fighter was whack.
You didn't like Need for Speed?
I did not watch. Not a fan of the game, nor am I a fan of. But you're right. That is a video game adaptation. That must have been better. Anyway, this is a better question. They're coming up with a sequel, right? Let's make this like a free hour gift to them, man. What would you want to see in a fucking sequel?
Fuck, man.
Right?
How can they come back?
No, I'll start. I'll focus. Me personally, I would focus on the Lin Kuei. Let's give them like a ninja. Like I will start in a Lin Kuei is Sub-Zero's clan, the Necromancers. Tell a story about his brother Kuai Liang, who's replacing Bihan, and how he ascends to fucking become the Sub-Zero.
Isn't he supposed to be a good guy?
Yes. So that's why you start the story there. You know, you can still save it. You know, put Sonya and Jax just come in, just pull through, and then you show him and Kuai Liang as him and Bihan as brothers first in the academy, and then you're fast. You know what I mean? You show more of the ninja stuff, and then from there to show us how they do their cryomancy. That's an awesome opening scene right there, right? And then you focus on how focus on their clash with the Shirai Ryu with the Scorpions clan, and then you understand from the other end why they hate their clan. You know what I mean? Boom. That's a good.
That would be. That's a better story.
Right?
I agree. That's a better story.
So it's going to be another origin. It's going to be another origin story.
A little bit. Flash.
Maybe a prequel. A prequel, if you
No,
will.
it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be. It doesn't have to be. And then you move forward to Cole Young meeting Johnny Cage, right? Cole Young is heading to Johnny Cage, right?
Yeah,
Hollywood. He sacrifices himself and gets beaten by Johnny Cage. Now he gets the mark, and now we get a Johnny Cage. That's already 40 minutes of
Wait, so he lets
Right
Johnny
there.
Cage kill him?
yeah, somehow, or maybe I don't know. He dies because everyone doesn't like him, so Cole has to die in the second one, just to you didn't like him, we'll use him, but he dies, right? So we get a Johnny Cage. You free up your money for some more talent. Fucking get a beautiful katana. Show us Edenia, you know, her world. You've seen that in the cartoon, Will, remember? Edenia?
Yeah.
That was like, you know, mountains and shit and all these castles. Show the beauty of Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? The game. Why
So
people
are they gonna finally have
if you're gonna do a Mortal Kombat movie, it's got to be a tournament.
Yeah, are
It's
they
gotta
gonna
be a
have
tournament.
tournament?
It's got to be a
Then
tournament.
give the tournament. Then from there, get the tournament on. And then bring back fucking Joe Taslim as Noob Saibot.
So
Brother on
Goro
brother
is
fight.
done. No more Goro.
No more Goro.
Well, there's Shiva, Goro's
Shiva.
sister.
Yeah, you can use Shiva. Girl
Yeah, I
power.
remember
see,
her.
see that chick when that if that
Trivia,
chick,
trivia time, trivia
Go,
time.
go.
So Mortal Kombat 2,
I was watching it just now.
the actress who played Shiva is my friend Margene Holden,
Dude, she's gorgeous, man. I was checking her. I'm like,
and she used to be Mark Dacascos' girlfriend.
Wow.
how tall is she? Is she tall?
6 feet.
That's why she pulled Shiva, man. She
Isn't
pulled Shiva
Mark
real well. I was
Dacascos
watching
only
it just now.
like 5'8" or something?
Who?
Who's that?
The Cascos?
Mark is 5'9".
Mark's his boy.
You're like, who you posting up?
No, dude. So yeah, I met Mark and Margene when I first got into the business. So of course I met Mark first, and then I met Margene through Mark, and it was always like, wow, damn, Marge, you tall.
Yeah.
She used to train at our school
She's
too.
beautiful too.
Margene used to train at our school.
What's
Margene
her
used
name?
to train
I'll
at our
look her
school. Margene Holden. Try to get in on her. You have to be slick because she'll sidekick the shit out of you with her long ass legs.
She's legit. She's legit
You
too.
got that Holly Holm?
She can fight. Margene can't. She's an athlete too. She's going track and field.
That's why she's got. I'm like, there you go. There she is. Oh man, gorgeous dude. I was watching. I'm like, man. Did you finish Annihilation? I was mid spin before we got on the second one. Did you watch it again?
Which one?
The second Mortal Kombat movie. Annihilation.
Bits and pieces. I watched the second one that had maybe I'm not sure if it's the first or second one where Scorpion goes at it with Sub-Zero.
Yeah, that's in the second one. Annihilation in the
Second one,
cave.
right? So
In the cave.
right. So the guy who played Sub-Zero is Keith Hirabayashi. Really dope martial artist. The guy who played Scorpion is my friend JJ Perry. And JJ has been at it for a very long time. Really, really super good martial artist. One of the coolest guys you can meet in the business. Who's coming up, he's going to direct his own movie. And I've just seen his evolution from performer to stunt coordinator, second unit director. Now he's going to be directing. I'm so happy for him, man. He's a good guy. And when I saw that stuff from back in the day,
That was fun.
you could tell the evolution of choreography. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Where it was martial artsy, everybody poses, this is that, to more realistic kind of fights, if you will.
Handheld.
And still heavily influenced by the Hong Kong stuff,
Yep. A lot of
wire work,
still.
and then you look at the grittiness of like the raid movies and stuff like that, right? So people want to see this gory, brutal fighting.
Yeah.
So it's not so stylized per se, which was what the Mortal Kombat series by Kevin had. It had great martial arts, but it was like raw. It looked raw. It wasn't like people posing.
Yeah.
Right? It wasn't campy. It wasn't campy.
It wasn't campy.
When
So-
you say campy,
Get him
what
to
do you
direct.
mean by
I'll
that?
get him to write it.
Cheesy,
Oh, okay.
cheesy. Like
Cheesy.
really, like
Yeah.
like cartoonish.
When you hear campy, we'll just remember Adam West in Batman '66. That's the epitome.
There you go.
That's the epitome of
Yep.
campy. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
So that's
Exactly.
where I'll take it, bro. Get fucking Kevin to direct the freaking thing, or get him involved at least, right? Because he understands the material. It didn't click because if you I watched like the Sub-Zero, not the Sub-Zero, the Cyborg episode, the Triborgs, the Cyrax and the Sector episode. They were
Right.
because I wanted to see how far their CGI was at the time. It looked too video gamey, but the ninjas were moving decently. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
mocap, but it's well done mocap. The moves are really fluid. And then I will end that movie with the Cyberlink Wave, which are like your Sector and Cyrax and all the Robo Ninjas. So I'm setting them up for the third. See, it's savable. I mean, that's how I would take it.
okay.
So if you're listening,
Okay.
you're welcome. If you're listening, Mr. Ed Boone, you're welcome. That guy is so cool, bro.
I totally agree with you as far as it can definitely be saved, and they gotta come correct with the next one as far as storylines and stuff like that. I can get on board with whatever storyline they come up with. I can find a way to get on board with it, but the acting has got to be on point. The
Yep,
acting has got to be on point.
yep. I agree, 100%.
I mean, they could just be, I know this is unrealistic, but it could just be a movie about, just being in the desert. I seen Fly to the Phoenix.
What's
Right.
Flight of the Phoenix?
Fly to the Phoenix. It was a plane that touched down in the desert, and it was full of, I think it was full of convicts. No, that's that Nicolas Cage movie. But
Con Air. There you go.
What
Con Air.
Con Air.
yeah, that was Con
He's
Air.
got the whole world.
Yeah, but Fly to the Phoenix was an old movie. They were in the desert, had to fix a plane and get out of there. It was good acting.
Mm-hmm.
Con Air was decent. I was entertained by.
I
Con
loved
Air.
Con Air.
Yeah, exactly.
Con
Air was fun.
Con Air.
Oh, another change
I know
I
it's
would do. I love Hiroyuki, but I would change. I will replace him with Andrew Koji. Warrior.
Nah, they're supposed to be doing season three. Warrior. So
You can get
Yep.
him. Then after the fucking series.
Yeah, I'm waiting for season 3.
No, but so you
Yep,
get,
they're doing a
you
season
get
3.
a Koji versus Joe Taslim fight. They do choreo well
Oh,
together. Remember
speaking
that?
of which, so Brett Chan, as I mentioned before, was the stunt coordinator for Marco Polo and Warrior. He's doing a movie, I think, or another series in Budapest right now, and I think it's a video game to live action. So
What?
I got to follow up. Let me check on what. Let me see real quick what he's doing.
No, bro, but you gotta
Go
have.
ahead, talk amongst yourselves. Let me see. Let
No,
me
no,
see
no.
what
No,
Brett's doing.
Mortal Kombat should have been one of the easiest movies to bring
Yeah.
to live action. I mean, one of the easiest video games to bring to live action because it was one of the first video games that used actual
People. That's true.
humans and made the game off of their movements.
That's
It
true.
shouldn't have been.
That's
It
true.
shouldn't be this difficult, man.
Plus Scorpion's Revenge, right?
Remember the game? Remember the video game Pit Fighter?
Shit, no.
Yeah.
It was like the prequel to. I mean, not the prequel, but it's similar to Mortal Kombat in that they use humans
Human sprites.
to model the movements of the video game characters. I think they had a character in there that was similar to Tank Abbott, but
What's the name of this
Pit
game?
Fighter. So
Pit Fighter.
Pit Fighter.
Yeah,
Check it out.
I'm checking it out.
And-
But you like Scorpion's Revenge, right?
yeah, I love Scorpion's Revenge.
Exactly. So why couldn't they
I mean,
have
that
just
reminds me. That reminds me of movies like what's this name? Afro Samurai.
Yeah, there you go.
Afro Samurai's dope, man.
I
Yeah.
love Afro Samurai.
Yep. Hey, speaking of which, are you gonna watch the Black Samurai story? It's gonna be coming out animation.
No.
Yasuke?
Yeah,
What's that?
yeah, that's the first the African samurai.
Yep.
Oh, I've seen the trailer.
Have you seen?
Yeah, I've seen that trailer.
No. Yeah, watch it. It's dope.
Is it out?
It looks good.
Is it out? I don't think
It's coming out on Netflix.
end of the month, I think.
I think in a couple months. In a couple months.
I saw the trailer. That looked dope too.
Another great animated series I love, Black Dynamite.
Oh, Black Dynamite was the shit. Hey, so the movie, right? Some more trivia. The movie was dope. The movie was funny as shit. But so my boy Ron Ewan was the fight coordinator. His brother played the evil doctor. Whatever his name was. Anyway, so Black Dynamite went to Sundance Film Festival, right? It got into a bidding war.
Wait,
Like-
is this an animation?
The studio, because this is live action.
Live action.
Live action.
Okay.
It's just a take on a farce on blaxploitation movies with kung fu. It was dope. Michael Jai White, the shit.
I know. I'm looking at
Anyway,
I wish I could share this, but yeah.
so got into a bidding war, and I think it was Sony. I think Sony Studios picked it up, and then when they test marketed it, they showed it to the wrong black crowd. You know what black crowd they showed it to, Will? The Tyler Perry crowd. Wrong crowd, man.
That's the woke crowd. That's the woke crowd.
That's the woke crowd. Medea, that's the guy, right? Tyler Perry's Medea.
Yeah, that's the woke crowd. They don't want to.
Wrong crowd, dude.
So what happened?
They-
What happened?
That's the Me Too crowd.
It flopped.
Fuck that crowd.
It flopped, man.
You gotta
It flopped.
show it to my people.
Yeah, that's
How
that's
would you
the kind
classify
of
your people?
audience that you got to show that to, like the grindhouse people, the people that used to watch those kung fu movies.
You remember the movie I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker?
Of course.
Wait, I think I
That
remember this.
Very similar concept,
I think, is that a comedy? I'm gonna get you, sucker.
it's a comedy.
Yeah.
It's a comedy.
I've
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
that.
I
I've seen
think it was
that.
back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Or 70s.
It was
70s.
early '80s, early '90s. It was the Wayans, the elder Wayans,
Yeah.
Marlon.
No.
Not Marlon.
Damon?
not Sean, not Damon,
Keenan Ivory.
Keenan Ivory Wayans.
I
Yep.
remember this.
So, yeah.
This is good, bro. I remember
So
this.
similar. I
I'm
mean,
gonna get you, sucker.
cuss words. A lot of cuss words. And
I'm a fan. I'm a Wayans fan, bro.
Dude, if you haven't seen the live version, the live movie version of Black Dynamite, you gotta watch it. You'll love it.
Okay,
It's
okay.
dope.
Okay,
It's
I'll look
funny
at
as hell, man.
I'll watch it
I
tonight.
haven't seen the live action. I've only seen the animated version. And
Okay.
I love it, man. I love it.
What's
So,
it on? Is it on Netflix?
No, you're gonna have to get on Movies Joy.
Okay.
Every time I try to send you the link here on Messenger, man,
Movies, Joy?
it won't. Yeah, Movies Joy. It won't let me send it. It won't let
No,
me
just
send the
send
link.
me what to look for on Movies, Joy.
Yeah.
All of a
just
sudden,
go
we're
on
promoting Movies, Joy.
Yeah, hey man, Movies Joy changed my life, dude. That kept me sane.
We
when I
can't
was
do
in
that.
boat.
We can't promote anyway. Fuck it.
That kept me sane in the boat, man.
Oh, you're talking to an industry dude, man.
I know. Pause, Willie.
My
Pause.
bad,
Pause. We can't do that.
Hey, I have no other way to watch movies and again, a lot
People
of this
will get
stuff
mad.
is not
People who pay
available
me
in
and
the
Sonny will get
Philippines.
mad, bro.
A lot of this stuff is not available in the Philippines,
I
man.
know.
So
True, that's true.
I
You
mean,
know why it's not available in the Philippines? Because they don't want it pirated, man.
That's probably why, dude. I'm trying.
No,
to,
see, that's the thing. If it were available in the
subscription
Philippines,
to-
they won't pirate it. They won't pirate that shit.
Dude, I subscribe to Netflix. I would subscribe
Exactly,
to
yeah.
Disney Plus. I would.
Only
I
HBO.
subscribe.
HBO is, but it's not.
Hey, real talk. I used to pirate music. I used to get on LimeWire like crazy. And then, you know what? Apple streaming. I subscribe to that. What's the other one? Spotify. Dude, I have no problem paying for
That's true.
for my movies. I love going to the movie theater.
Me
That
too.
was one of my favorite pastimes. I'm
Yes,
into
me
the
too.
Stuff, dude. It's just make it available.
Right,
Make
right,
it easily available.
right.
There's
'Cause
only
what's-
so many times that I can scroll through my Netflix and then I'm like, man, I've seen it.
Yeah,
I've seen
yeah,
it.
True. True.
So, you know.
What's
I'm just
120
gonna-
pesos for Disney Plus, right? Right?
I'll pay that.
If it's there, right? You'll
If
support
it's
it.
there, I'll pay for it.
Netflix is like 150 pesos now, right?
Yeah.
For a subscription.
Yeah.
So if they make it available, and I remember when they were talking about it, you can like have 4 people on an account. So if you split the cost of 150 pesos between 4 people,
Yeah.
it's nothing.
It's nothing. I got the Netflix on every single TV in my house. I got it on all my iPad. I got it on my phone.
Yeah.
Right?
Look, if I wanna watch, you know, what's that? Blue Lagoon, Island of the Blue Lagoon. How am I supposed to find that movie?
Wait, is this a Brooke Shields one?
Yeah. How am I supposed to find? Like, no, I'm just. It just
She was hot at that
for
one.
some
I
reason.
remember that one. Yeah,
Island
yeah,
of
I
the
get
Blue
it. I get
Lagoon.
it.
If all of a
That's
sudden
true.
I decide like I want to watch this movie, how
But
do I find that?
thanks to Movies, Joe, it's all there.
But if I go on Movies, Joy,
Stop it.
I bet you I'll
We'll
find
get
it.
flagged for that.
Oh,
We'll get
man.
flagged for
Let's
that,
go find
but
it.
yeah. We are
Let's
in the
go
Philippines,
find it.
guys, if you guys are listening. And shout out to my Mortal Kombat community if you're watching this. Anyway,
How
yeah.
did I watch?
Hey, by the way, I'm not anti-Mortal Kombat. I am not anti-Mortal
I know.
Kombat.
Neither is. Have you
Right?
watched Scorpion's
No,
Revenge?
I love the game. I love the game. I love
I love the
Scorpion's
game.
Revenge. I love Scorpion's Revenge. Make more like that.
That, yeah.
Right.
Make more like that. The
Speaking
story
of
was-
which,
dude,
I'm
Speaking of
working
which-
on Chirac.
Scorpion's Revenge was just straight blood. It was a blood.
nice. I wasn't supposed to say, but I think it was a couple years ago, definitely before pandemic. My friend Hosung Pak was out here. Hosung was, he's the original Liu Kang on the video game.
Oh, dope.
Oh, the video game itself.
Yeah, his girlfriend's Filipina. So, do you remember the series? I'm not sure if you might have seen it, Pael, but you might have seen it, Will. Back in the day, WMAC Masters,
Oh, no.
weekend
Is
TV
that-
show.
Is that like where they had to go through obstacle courses?
No, it was pitting martial artists, like different characters versus different characters. It was a
What?
live show.
So this was
It was
the
a-
precursor to the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
No, because it was straight entertainment. It wasn't real martial arts
What do you call
fights.
this?
Okay.
It was all choreographed. It was like they had all these characters. It was like,
What's it
what was
called?
the name of my buddy?
What's it called, Sonny? What's it called? WMC.
WMAC Masters.
Man, I didn't see it. It might have been. It must have been on cable then, because I didn't have cable.
I'm not. I don't remember if it was. I think it was. If I remember correctly, it followed
Oh, there you go.
1 or 2 seasons after Power Rangers came out.
I'm showing the people.
yeah,
I can
I
still
get to
share the
see
screen,
it.
but you won't see it. There you go. That's your boy right there. He has an action figure of
And it's-
himself, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Some cool stuff in there. Anyway,
Yeah, the story.
so yeah, again, to every Mortal Kombat fan out there, look, I'm a fan of the game. I'm a fan of the characters. I would just like to see
A better movie.
a movie do it justice, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't think that this last one, in my opinion, did it right.
Okay.
It didn't do it right.
Pyle, you ain't got no more positives?
No. I'm waiting for him to finish. I'm gathering. I'm gathering myself for another last.
I
for a
told
last
you it was gonna be quick,
stop.
right? Didn't I tell you it was gonna be quick?
Before our last
I told
stop.
you it was gonna be quick.
Me. That's I already told it earlier. The story that I have in my head, where they would take it, where I think everyone would agree. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Show me more of the ninjas because that's what we really. Let's face it. Anyone who you. Okay, we're playing the game. Even the most recent one, MK11. I'm a big fan. I have it. Whatever.
I haven't. Hey, I'll put this out there. I haven't played the game since the second one.
Sonny, when was the last time you played Mortal Kombat?
Oh wow!
The one where they added Baraka. That's the last one.
That's
that I
two.
played.
Right.
That's the last one that I played.
It's been a while. I think
Two.
in terms of video games, the last fighting video games I played were like Tekken.
Okay, so
Yeah,
we'll put
I'm
that
more-
around
I'm more
maybe
of-
Mortal
I've
Kombat
always
3.
been more of a Tekken guy.
I've played all the Mortal Kombat games. So I'm telling you now, I'm awesome at it. Anyway, so
I
I'll
bet
kick
you
any of
are.
your ass, even if you guys add me up super pile. Anyway, so you hand anyone a controller and make them pick. Let's say coming in cold, right? Who's the first character you pick? Scorpion or Sub-Zero, right?
Yeah, Sub-Zero was my guy. Sub-Zero
See,
was my
there
guy.
you go. So anyone, Sonny, who would you pick? Are you going for Liu Kang?
I might use Liu Kang. Yeah.
Because I knew that. So you know what I mean? These are the things, your highest rated ones are the ones you put on Front Street. You don't fucking
Because
come up with it.
Sub-Zero was controlled the same way you controlled Ryu and Ken. Street
Almost. He got
That's
some.
why I
Fighter.
Right.
Always pick
Yeah.
Sub-Zeros.
Right. Oh, I love Raiden too. Raiden's a great character. Also.
Raiden, you know what I mean? Keep your heavy hitters up front and center. Cole Young shit, leave it behind. Okay, me, it was okay. Honestly,
I
still
didn't even
don't.
know who he. I honestly didn't even know who he was.
He's not. He's a new character. That's the thing. That's the problem. But I understand.
They made it for the movie.
And they say that it was studio
I didn't know
mandated,
who
right?
it was.
It was studio mandated. Warner Brothers said you have to use this guy, and what was stupid was you have to use this Asian lead. Everyone's like,
China
so
runs everything now, man.
I know. So it's like you have Liu Kang. Why do you have to go Cole Young? Liu Kang is Asian, and he's a favorite. A lot of people. It's either that. Your top four would be, and I'm pretty sure when I fight online, it's always either Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Liu Kang, a little Johnny Cage. A little Johnny Cage here and there. Those are your top.
Johnny Cage, that phasing kick.
Exactly. You know, these are characters people
He
know.
said,
Give that to
hit
them.
the guys in the nuts. That one.
Hit the-
that was a good.
Right.
Those
Exactly.
are the ones I remember. From
Exactly. Dude, the nut shot. Why weren't there any nut shots in that movie? That was like that. I would totally have used that.
There was a
In the
nut
first
shot.
Movie, didn't he nut shot Goro and hurt his hand?
No. There was
Yes.
a nut shot in this movie. Sub-Zero versus Kuai Lian. I mean, versus Scorpion in the first part. Remember? Scorpion blocked his kick and then he punched him straight in the nuts. Bam! And then
Kind of.
And then your boy Joe got his head
Yeah.
and smashed him on the concrete. With
See?
ow!
I vaguely remember.
But
Fuck.
that was
I
the
vaguely
best, the best part of the first Mortal Kombat movie was when Johnny Cage nut shotted Goro and hurt his hand.
Yeah.
That was the best part of the movie.
Yep.
Hands down, best part. Goro was weak as fuck in this movie, man.
Yeah. He didn't even win.
I know, right?
He just died.
Yeah.
That was
to
weird.
newbie. That's
Yeah,
another
did you
complaint.
see the way he died too? Got his intestines spilled out and everything.
Yeah, by a character with no one seemed to like. I was okay with it, just for the record. I was okay. You know what he reminds me of? I forgot to say this. You remember? This may be blasphemous, but this is how I feel. Remember Brandon Lee? Of
Yeah,
course, you
from The
remember
Crow.
Brandon. You know, remember how his acting was very raw in what was that movie? Before Rapid Fire.
And the Crow.
Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Showdown in Little Tokyo. It was very. That's his. Louis Stan's acting was kind of the same level.
Yeah,
Right?
a little bit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
you,
can
you
see what
you
you're
see
saying.
what I'm
Right.
saying? It's not
Wasn't seasoned. Didn't feel like a seasoned actor, right?
exactly. So it was decent for me. It was that maybe it took like a little nostalgic bone. Like, hey, it feels like Brandon Lee and how we want him to do good.
No, this is what it comes down to, right? So Lewis has been getting some pretty good bit character roles here and there
Yeah,
in
Shatterstar.
some big budget movies, right?
With Shatterstar
And,
Deadpool.
Right. So at the end of the day, what you are casted for is what you bring to the table, right? There's something the producers like or the directors like, whether you could be molded a certain way or, you bring a quality to it that won you the role over other people. Beyond that, it's your director, man. Your director's got to say something. How does he want these roles to be played, and how sometimes it needs to be like, this is what I want you. You pull the guy aside, you do a table read, or you rehearse the scenes before, change it up a little bit. So director
Vision, right?
is called a director for a reason. If you just let your actors do what it is that whatever they believe it to be, then it's no longer the director telling the story. I mean, it's all encompassing where everybody has a say so, right? But when you watch this movie, when I watch it, I saw a lack of directing.
There was a lot of people that thought that Louis Tan should have been the lead in Iron Fist. I don't know if you guys know this.
He would have been better.
Yes.
There were a lot
Yes.
of- when Iron Fist came out and it was the gay dude from Game of Thrones, and he was the gay dude that wasn't even the guy in the relationship. He
Yes.
was the gay dude that was the female in the relationship.
Yep.
So
Oh,
again,
shoot, what happened?
Again,
Y'all froze.
Again, I ain't got nothing against gay people. Okay.
I forget the cat's name, but you know what? Here's the thing, right?
Finn.
Aside from his curly hair,
Finn Jones.
yes, aside from his curly hair, he does fit the role of a white guy playing Iron Fist. That's about it.
Mhm.
That's it.
There's a lot of people that online, because I was reading message boards about it,
Yeah.
that felt that it should have been Louis Tan.
Should have been Louis
Because
Tan.
Louis Tan,
Right. He should have been Shang-Chi.
He was in season
Nah.
1.
Not Shang-Chi.
Really?
Shang-Chi will be fun. Shang-Chi will be fun. I'll tell you why
Yes,
Shang-Chi. Yeah, I'll tell you why. At least for the action. At least for the
I
action.
didn't get hyped for the trailer except for when they were in that forest with the lions and shit.
Yeah, I
Okay,
wasn't
I'll
so
tell you
hyped
why
for
the action is gonna be dope. So, did you guys watch? Oh shit! What was the movie with the British spies? It was like the crazy fight in the church.
With actor. Give me the actor.
Forget the actor's name.
Yeah. Kingsman.
Kingsman. Okay,
I
so
love
Kingsman.
That was a good.
All right, so check it. The supervising stunt coordinator for Kingsman is Brad Allen. The fight choreographer for Shang-Chi is Andy Chang.
Mhm.
Both guys are from Jackie Chan's stunt team.
There you go. Dude, they're
So
stunt
I can
dudes.
guarantee the action's gonna look dope.
Okay, okay. So at least action-wise, we can give them that.
Action wise, it'll be dope for sure.
Yeah. This might hurt a bit, Sonny, but since you're my brother, you were on Iron Fist, right? How come their fucking
Yes.
action sucked? The fight scenes suck. Like, your fight scene was okay.
Okay, so
But Finn
I'll-
can't fucking
I'm gonna take
punch
a little
first.
liberty here saying and be diplomatic about
Okay,
it.
okay. So,
Okay, from the stunt department,
nothing will get me in
what I
trouble.
understand is from the stunt department was that production always required a previs. Just for your audience, previs is pre-visualization, meaning that the fights are worked out with the stunt team, and it's shot to what the stunt coordinator thinks can be used as a template for the actual shooting when you put the actors in.
Is this boarded? Do you storyboard this? Do you draw this out?
No, it's sometimes it's boarded by the director and an artist saying what he wants in the scene, and the stunt coordinator or fight choreographer looks at it and goes,
That's where I come
"Okay,
in.
these are your key points that you need to do, right? These are the key points that you need to make and see in the action, and then we fill in the gaps." On Iron Fist season 1, again, it's Brett Chan, same stunt coordinator from Marco Polo and Warrior.
There you
So
go.
what happened with Iron Fist?
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Right? That's all I need to say. That's all I need to say.
What? It's okay.
Drop the ball.
Let me. Your boy dropped the ball. That's what it feels like.
No. It's not that my boy dropped the ball. It's not his fault.
Oh, studio be cutting shit out.
It's not. Look, I'm not at liberty to say what happened in terms of why they shot it the way that they shot and all this kind of stuff.
You said it was weaker
But it's
than
not
that.
the stunt department's fault. It's
Okay.
not the stunt department's fault. Not when. Listen, I worked on 2 episodes there.
I know.
Right?
I know.
You have the top freaking stunt guys coming from both West Coast and East Coast working together with Brett Chan running the team. How do you get that? How do you end up getting that?
Fucking directors fucked it up. I mean.
Thank you. That's my opinion.
Got it. Because apparently they threw a lot of shit. That's a lot of shit they threw out of the window for what? The story was fucking thin as shit anyway. Just use the. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
If you had
Story.
if you had a deep story that you had to support, right? Then keep that in. But Iron Fist had a lot of talking boardroom scenes that you could cut 5 minutes.
Well,
of that
you know what?
And put
There
it
was
back.
something interesting. There was something interesting that I observed in terms of who they hired as directors and your cast members.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Finn is from UK, I assume, or somewhere in Europe, right?
Mm-hmm.
The directors that were on set, the directors and a lot of the production crew that were on set when I worked these episodes were also European. So I think for some reason they thought they had carte blanche to do whatever they wanted. And it just simply didn't work.
No, but you shot a lot of good shit. I mean, you had some.
You know what? There's that one fight scene, major fight scene, I think it's episode 10, where Finn and I forget the character's name. They're running from the hand, and there's a ton of us in that fight scene. From us doing the fight stuff, it was pretty dope. But then when I watched it, I was like, huh? That's what it looked like?
Because you always shoot with, I mean, not, what was her name? What boy's name? Chan? What's his name?
Brett Chan.
Brett Chan. Does it, because
Yep.
I know.
Brett knows what he's doing. Brett knows what he's doing,
I
man.
know. Does he use a 2-cam setup like you? Like you use a handheld? Also?
Time.
Time.
Okay, if he's running cam, he'll shoot it. You know, I really haven't seen him run a unit where he's directing. It's
all
the director's
movie-based.
fault, right?
Okay.
I mean, Brett will put his input in there and say, I think you should shoot it like this and like that. But end of the day,
he's not
you know, we don't know how it's going to be edited or really shot.
Yeah. There you go.
I just thought that from the time that I was there, it could have been shot differently and edited better.
Exactly. There were punches that weren't even connecting, bro, and people were falling. If you watch your episode, your episode had that. That's what I was like. I remember we talked after I watched it. We laughed about it, but I remember telling you that some of the punches weren't connected. Anyway,
I'll tell you what was really funny about that episode. So it seemed like maybe because I'm a little bit more toward the older guys group, right? They brought a lot of veterans out from the West Coast, and then fight stuff in terms of the East Coast guys. They just came up recently, much more recent, because a lot of the productions started shooting in New York. And most of the New York guys or East Coast people were all like big stunt gang stuff, car chases, car stunts. Like not a lot of fighters at the time, but they had to come up fast because those productions needed them. And what I noticed on set was whenever Brett would go, okay, I need somebody here. The New York guys were like, oh, they want to jump into the spot real fast to like prove themselves. And I'm like, the rest of us are just kicking back going, all right, go ahead, man.
We get paid regardless.
Yep.
Because yours was a crowd scene.
I mean,
I remember that was like a brawl scene, right? It was a brawl scene.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway,
again, I just
go.
Just saying that not in addition to Brett running the show, my boy Johnny Yang and Malai Kim, really good martial artists, really good fight guys, really good performers, were also assisting him. So it was a weird situation to have this level of talent come up with really cool stuff, and that was the end product. I was like, wow, that's disappointing. That's like having Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Shaquille O'Neal, and Scottie Pippen on your team, and they lose.
It's not the team's fault. Something else is wrong.
Right?
Something else is wrong. Because
Coach.
This is coming off.
Right.
This is coming off fucking Daredevil, and even Jessica Jones was decent at the time.
Daredevil was dope.
Daredevil was nice.
It's fucking awesome.
Not as good.
See,
Luke Cage was great. Luke Cage was dope.
Luke Cage.
It's okay.
I like.
Punisher was great.
Punisher was
because I can relate. I can relate to Luke Cage. I mean, Pael, I know you don't like the woke stuff, but
It's okay.
I can relate. No, there's a lot of woke stuff on Luke Cage,
No, but it wasn't still in your face. It wasn't as in your face as Falcon and Winter Soldier. You know what I mean? This one was worse.
Yeah. But
Wait,
then the content was the content there for
Iron Fist?
Is there a lot of content?
No. So much of it was just like wrong. It was just bored talks and it. You know what I mean? There was boardroom talks that would last for like 10 minutes. I'm like, I'm getting really bored with this. This is Iron Fist. I haven't even seen Kung Lan. You know what I mean? It was fucking.
And what about in the comics?
In the comics.
Oh, I love Iron Fist. Was one of my favorites, man.
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah.
Iron Fist ended up teaming up with Luke Cage. They were called Heroes for Hire.
Heroes for Hire.
Huh.
See, that's what I know him from. I don't know him from his solo comic.
So they were basically mercenaries, but good guys.
No, they were detectives.
Okay.
So Colleen Wing, and Misty Knight.
I can't imagine Iron Fist being a detective with his costume on. He got this, the
right
crowd.
Right. So it was a weird setup, but there was some pretty good stuff. As a solo hero, Iron Fist was pretty dope. He teamed up a lot with Sons of the Tiger and Shang-Chi a couple times. And then
I can do that.
There was this one crew called the Wrecking Crew. Like these huge freaking guys. One was called Bulldozer. One was like there's three other guys. and Iron Fist had to fight them, and he realized he couldn't beat them on his own, so he snuck into the Avengers mansion, and Captain America helped him beat those guys. That was a great comic book if you ever read that series, man.
That's a team up
in
too.
the show. In the show, the Iron Fist doesn't seem that
Scary.
strong.
Yeah.
Disappointing, very disappointing.
He's supposed to be the greatest martial artist in the MCU, right?
Yeah. Well, before
Next to Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. There's still Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi.
Okay, so
Yep.
Shang-Chi, then the Iron Fist.
Then Iron Fist. That's right.
But the Iron Fist got that iron, the
Yeah,
fist.
he got that,
What is
but
that? What does Shang-Chi have? The rings?
Shang-Chi didn't have any powers. You know that Shang-Chi is based on Bruce Lee, right?
Yes.
No, I didn't know that.
And did you know that? Did you know that?
I know Shang-Chi, man. I never heard.
Did you know that Shang-Chi was drawn by Alfredo Alcala, who's Pinoy?
That was one of.
Okay.
I think I got that for one of our first podcasts. I looked that up. Like,
Why you got to make a Chinese guy though, man? Why
Shang-Chi?
Why you couldn't make a Filipino?
because Kung Fu's from China.
Well, it's the 70s. First of all, it's the 70s. And so my buddy, Will Sportacio, Filipino illustrator,
Supposed to be
he created the X-Men character, Bishop.
I like Bishop.
Yeah.
You know Bishop was supposed to be Filipino?
The dude with the M on his eye, right?
Yeah.
Yep. He was supposed to be Pinoy.
But
Politics.
But Jim,
Lee
I'm not sure if it was him, the editor-in-chief.
Steranko.
Somebody made some comments about there's not enough black representation yet.
There you go.
So they ended up making Bishop black.
Did not do that. But does he still get
There's that.
when they use Bishop, does he get like residuals? No, because it was work for
I don't
hire.
know. I don't know how that works out in the comic book world.
Ask him that one of these days when you get to.
You know what would be dope? What would be dope, Pyle, if ever we could arrange this. Have a podcast with Will Sportacio,
I've asked him. Bro.
with
Go.
and my other buddy Dennis Cohen. Dennis draws Black Panther,
Nice.
and he's a creator of Static Shock.
Nice.
He drew Batman. So
What's his name?
I think he's back with either DC or Marvel. I'm sure. Dennis Cohen, DENYSCOWAN. Dennis Cohen.
Speaking of Black Panther, I know this is way off topic.
Go. We're not on.
You guys seen the last episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or Captain
course.
America and the Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Of course.
Now, Captain America, Sam Wilson, my
Right.
cousin, my cousin.
Yeah, cousin.
He gets
Willie Wilson's cousin.
he gets his new costume and his wings from Wakanda, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So his wings are made of vibranium.
Yes. What
Yes.
is
What
his
about his
costume?
costume? Is his costume also like Black Panther's?
I think so, too. I think so.
I was just always. I mean, I'm not on YouTube or many.
I think
message
so.
boards trying to
It's not
trying to
confirmed,
figure
but I'd
this
like
out.
to think so because it came from Wakanda, from Bucky.
But
So-
he ain't got that. It's not that slim fit though. It's kind of
Bucky.
Yeah, they had to buff him up a little bit.
I
Yeah.
was expecting like remember when Black Panther was running and then all of a sudden he hits a button and kind of like Iron Man, how Iron Man just
Changes.
changes like out of nowhere.
Uh-huh.
And then if it was Black Panther, it just all of a sudden he hits a button and then just
Yep.
suit just molds onto his body, kind of like
Right.
like he's dipped in oil or something.
Yeah.
I was expecting Captain America's to kind of be similar to that since it's Wakandan technology.
Maybe.
Wouldn't that be more appropriate considering it's from Wakanda. They got like they're the most technologically advanced nation in
Supposed to be, right?
the
That's a good
Right.
world.
point.
So, but see, that's deep thinking, right? You think,
Yeah,
but again, when it comes to story, there can't be some. There has to be a vulnerability somewhere. Otherwise, you just have everybody Superman. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's a.
but then
That's a,
Sam is not a super soldier, so give him
Exactly.
the
too.
suit, man. Give him the suit. Give him all the gadgets the way Batman has all the gadgets. And
Well, he's got a lot of gadgets
Yeah.
already, bro. He's got the wings. He's got the shield. I think it's vibranium enough to be bulletproof. That's the way.
but I need my cousin to have more protection than that, man.
I should have started with that. I wanted to start with you, Sam's cousin, Willie Wilson.
That's my cousin, man. That's Ohana, man. Gotta
Your thoughts on
protect
your thoughts on the series before let's end it
I-
with this.
hey,
What are your
hey.
thoughts on the series?
I didn't like the season finale.
Me too. Sonny, you've
I
seen
didn't
it,
like
right?
Bits and pieces.
Oh, it's,
I didn't like the season finale.
Me too. It started strong though, right? The first three episodes were strong.
And then with
Baron.
Becky Carter,
Sharon Carter.
Sharon Carter. Becky's the mom, right?
The Shield agent.
What?
So if Becky's Becky's
Peggy,
the
Peggy.
mom,
Peggy.
does that make Peggy the mom? Does that
No,
make Captain
Peggy's a
America the dad?
grandmom, I think. Grandma. Peggy is
So that
grandma.
makes Captain America the grandfather?
No. She's I think aunt. I think she's an aunt.
Oh,
They're related. An aunt, not a Lola. But on a
Because
Lola
they said
level,
that
auntie, you know what I mean? I think.
Because they said that the name Carter is synonymous with service, so I'm like,
Yeah. But is she a Skrull though?
no.
No. That end part looked like she was a Skrull, but I don't know. We'll see.
Because if she was a scroll, then she wouldn't have needed that computer technology.
I thought about that too.
Change the
Yeah.
face. Right?
When she got Bucky.
Interesting.
I couldn't
She's a Skrull.
recommend it though, Sonny. I would say watch it, but at the same time, fight scenes were decent.
I
Some
mean,
of the-
watch it just so that you're up to date for.
Yeah, I'll catch up on all that stuff. You know, I got basically a month and a half before I'm back stateside where I don't have to pirate nothing.
Yeah.
So I'll catch up on it.
movies.
I gotta watch WandaVision. I heard WandaVision's dope.
No.
No, I didn't like
WandaVision
it.
is
Really?
Horrible.
Yeah.
WandaVision is horrible, but it's necessary. It's necessary for you to watch it, just so that because that's supposed to be the precursor to
Doctor Strange.
the Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a slog.
And
then-
I didn't like it.
Just the way this Captain America and Winter Soldier is supposed to be the precursor to Captain America 4, and it's necessary just to be up to date that we got a new Captain America, or we had two new Captain Americas. And then
Yeah.
now we have a U.S. agent.
U.S. agent. I like this costume.
Well, I'm really happy that they made U.S. Agent. I'm like, wow, they're getting pretty deep. man.
Yeah. He was one of the
I
best
love
things
US
in that
agent.
show. It was right. It was better than anyone else. Well, Bucky. Every time I see Sebastian Stan, the only thing I can think of is this guy could be Luke.
Luke
He's
Skywalker, right?
Right. When you see it, like I can see Luke Skywalker in this guy. He can do Luke Skywalker. Anyway, well, let's close this. We're already been running an hour plus, bro, and I know you guys got something to do. Thank you so much for getting on the show, Sonny Sison, Willie Wilson, and
Yo, we got that Birria get together to get
For sure,
So
for sure.
Man,
When
let me know
everything's
when.
opened
Let
up,
me know
bro.
when.
Because it's still pretty.
I know.
sounds good.
We got May
I'll head
next
over there
month.
with
Just
my
before you
mask.
leave, for sure, bro. You gotta hit me up.
For sure.
And congrats, Willie. I don't think I've said that on air. Congrats on your coach now, coach.
Yeah, thanks. We're all hoping that we can get that IATF. Okay, obviously we need to have it we're going to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
I hope we can. I don't know how you guys feel about vaccinations, but I hope that they can, get that done and get organized with regards to getting people vaccinated. I just to throw this out there, but in America, you're not mandated to wear masks anymore as long as you've been vaccinated.
Mm.
UFC 261 just went down when they had fans, and
I saw that, man. Right, the crowd was like, it's pretty packed.
And that
really?
UFC 261 show was
no
the
social
best,
distancing.
Dude, that was like those were some fights, man.
the best UFC show that I've ever seen.
I've yet to catch
I agree. Those were good fights.
The best that I've ever seen. I'm talking about, man.
knockouts,
The
right?
crowd and the fights. It was just like nonstop. It was straight action. You didn't see no boring fights.
Right.
No boring fights.
That's why. What
Okay.
number was that?
261.
261.
261.
Three title fights.
I'll look that up.
Three
And
title fights.
they packed what, an arena of people? Was it
Jackson
full?
Arena in
It was packed.
Jacksonville, Florida. Packed. Sold out.
How many people? Like 15? No social distancing? None of that shit?
No, dude. Look. All right, so watch Usman versus Masvidal. You can see the crowd. It's packed.
It's
I'll
back
show
to
you a picture of
normal.
the crowd right now.
It's back to normal. Shit, I can't imagine. I
Back
want
to
to be.
normal.
I want to be back in that world where everything's normal and shit. We could go out.
I'll show you a picture of the crowd. Check this out, man.
No.
Check this out.
Oh, that's packed, bro. That's back
No
to the
social
old
distancing.
days.
Look all the way to the top.
Those are all vaccinated?
They didn't specify as far as.
I know. I can guarantee they're not all vaccinated.
How the fuck do they get there, right? How do you... That is packed. That is... I'm looking at that. That's probably 50 to 20,000 people.
So the thing
Right
is,
there.
this is what Dana White said, that they chose Florida for a reason. Florida is one of the fastest states to
Bounce
get
back.
back to normal. They're very liberal, so it's like a mixture of California and Texas, where they love their guns, but they're liberal as fuck. So we got that conservative mixture where we want our guns, we want our rights, with as far as the liberal. So that's Florida. He's like, if you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you don't want to wear a mask, don't wear a mask. Nobody's gonna fuck with you. Just be you, do you, and just have a good time. And that's how it was.
Right.
Tom Brady was in there,
Right.
man. Tom Brady was in there.
Shit, so it's back to
No
normal.
mask. Tom Brady was in there, no mask. So fuck
Yeah, everything's opening up, man. I know Hawaii's like hella packed.
Well,
See,
here,
so-
we're still...
If you see this, I mean, I know it's America, and you can't really compare America to the Philippines as far as infrastructure and
Government.
service. I mean, shoot, we don't even have Disney Plus, so
That's true.
I just throw that out there.
We'll end
I
it with that, man.
can't even get a subscription to ESPN out here, man. It's
VPN.
crazy.
Some people use like a VPN if you really want it, but then that's another paywall right there.
Yeah. So I mean, at least let's follow. I mean, we're gonna be behind, obviously, but at least let's get there. And I know we're getting there very slowly here in the Philippines, but that's all we're waiting for, so we can get back to going to movie theaters and sports.
Yeah.
Playing
Yeah.
ball again. What are you guys looking
Yeah.
at for the PBA? What are you guys looking at?
We have no timetable.
Damn.
No timetable.
Because
Dude,
everything's...
we just took across the board a 20% pay cut.
Ouch.
Across the board.
Damn.
So for me, it's not really a big deal
Mhm.
because I have a little nest egg already. But for those guys that are just in their second year and they've made
Rookies and
investments
Sophies.
and guys that just got drafted, that that aren't getting paid right now, because I think the PBA made a deal with the team saying that, okay, we're gonna help you guys out and make it so you've drafted these guys, but you don't have to pay them until we start playing.
Oh.
So
that sucks.
so now I go from where I'm an amateur and I'm either being taken care of by the school, or I was just playing in this league, whether it be the NPBL or the PBAD league or wherever, or you're a field foreigner, and you're coming in from another country where you either had a job or you were living at home with your parents or going to college or whatever. You come here for the draft, then all of a sudden you go 2, 3, 4 months not making any money. What are you gonna do?
Oh
Mhm.
shit.
See, so and who do you blame? You can't blame anybody.
Yep.
I mean,
COVID.
it's just the way it works. It's just
Chinese
blame
stuff.
Yep.
COVID.
Yep.
I'm kidding.
Exactly. You gotta blame the kung flu. You gotta blame the kung flu, man.
Blame it on the flu, but I get what you mean though, bro.
Hey, that's the best thing of all the bullshit that Trump said. And again, I don't want to get political.
Uh-huh.
Kung flu. That's the best thing he ever said.
Kung flu.
Kung flu.
Thank you so much,
Kung-
man, for staying up with us this late, bro. And for watching the movie. Well, they didn't like it. I liked it. Awesome Tambay. Awesome. I'll see you guys, man. Willie, we'll
Late.
catch it up. I'm your host, Alfardo. If you've stayed on this long, thank you so much. My co-hosts, and Adi. Yeah.
Late.
Adios.